Every day, millions of Kenyans wake up and begin their day's journey to work. Some take the bus, some a matatu. 365 days a year, the Kenya Pipeline Company pumps fuel around the country. Like the indomitable Kenyan spirit, the pipeline never stops, never rests, making it possible for all of us to live our lives.
We have promised the President that we would turn around this company in a matter of 10 months to a year. I'm happy to say that with the management we have in place, with our board of directors, we have managed to do this in about a year.
And Sudan, amongst others. In 2002, Kenya entered a new era of democracy, transparency and accountability. As a government-run company, our priorities are the same as the new government: to eradicate corruption, create more jobs, increase efficiency, and help build a more stable economy. In 2003, the Kenya Pipeline Company came under new management. As a result of the new management philosophy, the management and board have formulated a policy of prudent business decisions, improved labour relations, adoption of modern technology, and a warm working relationship with the government and other stakeholders. The Kenya Pipeline Company has a long history of reliable transportation of petroleum products on behalf of the oil marketeers and dealers. We have had a warm working relationship with many companies, including IK.
I'm delighted to report that as Kenya Pipeline Company, we now issue and deliver unleaded fuel. We have the capacity to transport it.
The Kenya Pipeline Company's annual throughput has increased from 800,000 cubic meters in 1978 to reach more than 3 million by the end of this year. In Mombasa, the Kipevu oil storage facility alone has been upgraded recently, bringing its total storage capacity to 313,000. Pumping station in Naivasha, finished in 2004, has increased the pumping capacity to Western Kenya to 1.9 million cubic meters per year.
We are pleased to note that our stocks in Western Kenya have improved tremendously. From a small tank usage of 19%, which we had in March this year, we are currently getting to 60%, and we are already encouraging oil companies to take all their requirements for the export market and for Western Kenya from Kisumu and
hundreds of kilometers in 1 hour. The Kenya Pipeline Company's ability to transport fuels quickly and efficiently around the country also means that wear and tear on our roads is minimized drastically. In addition, the Kenya Pipeline Company runs a hydrant system of transfer of plane quality Jet A1 at both Moi and Jomo Kenyatta international airports. Continues to be an industry leader, shouldering the heavy responsibility of transportation of oils. Quality control is paramount, and the Kenya Pipeline Company has a comprehensive system of checks and balances. In addition to having well-equipped testing laboratories at every KPC depot, a state-of-the-art independent laboratory in Mombasa recertifies the petroleum products. The purpose: pipe sleeving replacement and coating, replacement of obsolete and worn-out equipment and parts, cathodic protection, pigging, tank refurbishment, and a right-of-way reinstatement, amongst others.
From the very beginning, we have ensured that our engineers and our technical staff are well trained. Right from recruitment, we are elaborate in looking at their training, looking at their academic qualification, looking at their
In addition, ground and aerial patrols ensure that there are no interferences on the line. The Kenya Pipeline Company has committed itself to ensuring that its products are transported with the utmost respect to the environment. The Kenya Pipeline Company is a leader in recognizing its role, not only as a vital, credible year of growth and transformation.
We would like to assure our clients of our commitment to provide them with reliable, accurate and timely information on the handling of the petroleum products throughout the pipeline network.
The Kenya Pipeline Company has improved every aspect of its business and will continue to do so in the future. Some of the highlights of the last year have been growth rate of 8%, payment of taxes, construction of Jet A1 tanks in Kisumu and Eldoret, proposed truck loading facility at Mombasa, construction of a lake loading facility at Kisumu, construction of a rail siding at Kisumu, LPG handling, storage and distribution.
The company has decided to have an optical fiber cable along the pipeline route. Phase 1 of it would be from Mombasa to Nairobi. When we have this system in place, apart from
in what will continue to be a major economic force in the East African region for many years to come.
Successful program of progressive economic and now the largest of the state-run businesses, the Kenyan Post and Telecoms Corporation, is to be opened up to private investment. At a stroke, simply by giving the new company, Telkom Kenya, the freedom to raise capital for investment, Kenyan telecommunications will develop more rapidly than has ever before been possible.
We shall vitalize society as a responsible corporate citizen.
Since emerging from the East African community in 1977, Kenya has achieved an unparalleled economic growth in many fields, a twinge of envy to other nations. Yet Kenya's vast and open lands offer a unique challenge for the new millennium. It has invested heavily into the KPTC throughout these last 20 years, allowing the corporation to take advantage of leading-edge computer-based developments in telecommunications technology. Virtually the entire Kenyan telephone network today is automatic, and much of it already digital, giving significant improvements in service quality. More and more sophisticated equipment and services are now readily available in Kenya. A national digital exchange being accessed from 2 state-of-the-art earth stations in Longonot and Kericho. Despite the practical difficulties arising from Kenya's diverse geography and population distribution, the telecom network has grown enormously. From only 88,000 lines 20 years ago, the exchange capacity is now almost 500,000, meaning that despite significant increases in telecom traffic, calls no longer fail due to network congestion developments, while providing the level of service rightly expected by its customers.
I'm sorry, the lines are engaged. Please try again later.
Cooper Kenya Limited is a wholly owned local company dealing in animal health products. We get our raw materials from overseas and locally. Our products are used locally and for export. So communication is very vital for our business. We need cost-effective and reliable services.
Hello.
Business and will give the corporation the commercial freedom of independent operation.
We will proceed with the privatization of state enterprises in order to improve the quality of services offered by these institutions. In particular, the telecommunications sector will be opened up to allow the entry of private operators.
It will open up Kenyan Telecom's entire Kenyan telecommunications industry, and particularly for Kenya itself. The KPTC will be separated into 3 new independent organizations: a postal services company, which will be known as the Postal Corporation of Kenya, or Posta, a telecommunications company, Telkom Kenya, and a regulatory authority which will undertake responsibility for the entire communication sector, the Communications Commission of Kenya, or CCK. Initially, 30% ensure a direct voice for the Kenyan people during this interim period, until a smooth transition into the marketplace has been achieved. These shares will be floated as soon as Telkom Kenya has proved its long-term stability. Market regulations have already been liberalized to allow new companies to develop and supply both equipment and services, thereby radically increasing customer choice and private investment into the telecom sector. Important implications far beyond the telecommunications industry itself. A World Bank study of similar schemes in 4 developing countries elsewhere showed that economic gains for the host country were significant, amounting to a permanent increase of more than 2.5% in GDP. Rapid expansion of the network will help to attract multinational companies and their capital into the country. To take advantage of Kenya's export-free zones, its strategic position within Africa, and its readily available skilled manpower. Significant employment creation, both in Telkom Kenya itself and in the newly licensed independent companies. In fact, the benefits for the country as a whole of competition in the telecommunications industry shouldn't be underestimated. Competitive yet well-regulated industry will inevitably lead to improvements in both quality of service and corporate efficiency, significantly reducing costs for telecom users as the independent companies all compete for customers. State-of-the-art telecommunications know-how and management expertise. While competition will be encouraged, the CCK, the regulatory authority, will ensure that the competition is genuinely fair, that the rights of operators are protected, and that public service obligations are met. All companies in the sector will, for example, be expected to contribute towards the goal of providing basic and affordable telecom services to all underserved areas throughout the country. Those brought about by the incredible advances in telecommunication and computing technology.